Man, that's just, it never gets old. It never gets old. And that A game is relative, I guess, to this day. What kind of game will it be this week?
Isn't it great that he always leaves room for improvement? I've never played a full round with my A game, and today was pretty close. Not all the way there.
Well, to think of the things he's done in the majors since then, winning that U.S. Open by 15, winning 4 in a row.
Okay, kids, pay attention. Yeah, is arguably the greatest ever. And he has ditched the lob wedge, and now we're going with some sort of club that looks like perhaps a 7-iron, maybe an 8-iron. Little bump and runs up the slope onto the green. Look at that. Little high-octane putt stroke, really. There's the club. It looks like a pointed toe, maybe a 7-iron, Brian, slightly back of center. Shaft stood up just to deaden the hit some, and it's just the creativity. And people, if you don't want to try that shot, at least just try to develop a sense for feel and speed. You know,
Well,
if you're not convinced enough to use that under pressure on the course, do this so you're going to learn a little touch around the greens.
the biggest lesson I think to be learned here is just the variation and all the different looks and different feels that Tiger's developing here. And it's just, he's reintroducing himself to all of these beautiful undulations and how to play different shots. And it's just a great reminder to all of us that setting up with 25 straight wedge shots to the same target is not necessarily going to create that feel you need.
Kelly, every time I'm fortunate enough to come back here for this event, I'm always reminded of that quote we used at the top of the show, where it's like, you can only fight the way you've prepared. And with all the undulations around here, you have to have rehearsed anything you might find. And you might have to go with a shot. And you don't have the luxury of kind of folding and not using it. Sometimes you have to, well, you have to have prepared every shot you're going to face.
I love that quote. I think you need perspective on it, though, when you apply it to Tiger Woods this week, because his preparation, at least the visible side that the public has seen, has not been there, right? He played with his son and had a nice performance in December at the father-son, but hasn't played in a regular event in 17 months. So he comes to a place where preparation is really how he's played here over the years. And he's using that as his weapon this week, because apart from what he's done at home, it's hard to say he's had the proper preparation to come in here and contend. But this is Tiger Woods.
Yeah, it's nice to see he's even choking down on some of these shots when when the ground asks for it. You need to be in position to change your address positions and your positions with the golf club. And you can see he's taking standard grips, also choking down to get a different feel.
There's various ways, like he's got a straight face club right now, and the straight face club is going to have the ball come out lower and faster. That goes without saying. But on these fast putting greens, you see you playing through the Rye approach in the fairways to a very slick green. So to deaden the velocity of the golf ball, you can go down the grip, as you point out. You can vary to the putting grip. And Tiger's a long time throughout his career gone with a reverse overlap. And you can see he's actually stood the shaft of the club up so the ball struck a little bit toward the toe. He's got that putting grip to deaden the power. So he's able to make a somewhat convicted swing and not have the ball get away from him too fast.
Just a lesson in feel here.
Well, this is all encouraging as we approach the finish here of our first on the range production of the week. Looking forward to being